Welcome back to One-on-One Sports. My name is Casey Stark, and I'm joined by Eric Kendall and Josh Norris. We're only 5 weeks into the NFL season, and already some coaches are making strong cases to be fired. Which NFL coach on the hot seat is most likely to be fired?
It has to be John Fox of the Carolina Panthers, and all their troubles started in the offseason. They had 21 of 22 starters returning, which is fantastic, but last year in the draft, they gave up their first-round pick of this year for a second-round pick last year that they selected with Everett Brown. Now, this upcoming year, it's one of the best quarterback classes of all time, and everyone knows how much the Panthers need a solid quarterback. Now, in the first practice this season, Make Kimwatu, the big nose tackle, was out for the year with an injury, so their defense has really struggled. Now, on the upcoming schedule, they have the Buffalo Bills and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so they should go 3-3. But after that, they only have one team under 500 for the rest of the year. It's not looking good for John Fox and the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, that could be rough considering how their quarterback's playing right now. If you were to ask some Carolina fans, I think they would say Jake Delhomme's on a hotter seat than John Fox. To me, John Fox's seat is maybe simmering right now. If you were to go up to Washington, D.C., I think Jim Zorn's seat, he might as well be sitting on a volcano. And Mount Snyder is very active, and he's getting ready to erupt here in the middle of the season. I could definitely see him going here in the next month. Jim Zorn, who calls the plays, has the 23rd ranked offense, is third from worst in the passing game. And watching his offense is like you want to pull an Owen Schmidt and bang something against your head. It's so bad to watch, and I know the Washington fans will back me up on that.
What you have to think about with Jim Zorn is he was brought in to be the offensive coordinator, not the head coach. He was promoted to be the head coach just because no one else could take the job away from him. Now, back to John Fox. He and Marty Hurney are kind of a package deal with general manager of the Carolina Panthers. And the personnel decisions, like you pointed out, haven't been that great. So if Marty Hurney gets canned, so will John Fox.
Aside from these coaches' performances, what do you think is the biggest disappointment in the NFL season so far?
It has to be the rookie running backs. And compared to last year, where the rookie running backs were sensational, you have Chris Johnson, Matt Forte, and Steve Slayton. They all rushed for over 1,200 yards. Some of these rookies were some of the best players in the NFL. There were 9 primetime players in that draft class just at the running back position. Compared to this year, there are only 4 running backs that actually get solid playing time. That's a big drop-off. So it really is the rookie running back class from this year that's disappointing me.
Yeah, I say the key to that statement is compared to last year, because that was a great class last year. You're not going to have that every year. This year, not as many guys, but they are contributing. Noshan Moreno is now stepping into the starting spot in Denver, and Brown for Indianapolis has been a contributor, and they're both on undefeated teams. I don't know what else you can ask for. I know what I can ask for. That's the refs to call this quarterback roughing the quarterback penalty. It's unbelievable the stuff they call with Tom Brady getting dove at and calling a flag not even getting any contact. It's awful to me. And meanwhile in Jacksonville, David Garrard is getting pile drived into the ground, and the ref's head is up in the clouds. He can't. I don't know if they can be consistent with it because they haven't been so far.
I really do hate it when new rules are implemented because of big injuries. A while ago, you had Michael Vick getting a rule named after him because of breaking a leg in the preseason. Then Terrell Owens having to miss the entire season and come back for the Super Bowl because of the horse collar. Then last year with Jared Page going low on Tom Brady. I hate these calls. And with the Tom Brady, like you alluded to with Terrell Suggs, he didn't even touch him, and Tom Brady turned around and shrugged his shoulders and asked for the flag. I really do hate how these flags are being thrown.
Yeah, for me, there's no place for that in football, and injuries are going to happen.
Yeah, there's no crying in football.
Let's move on to some good news. What would you say is the best story this year?
The Cincinnati Bengals. They have gone on the hat trick of the AFC North, beating the Steelers, Browns, and Ravens in consecutive games. And it's because of their defense, not their offense with Carson Palmer and Chad Ochocinco. It's the defense for 3 reasons. One, bringing in a hard-nosed attitude and a hard knocks for this offseason, but hard-nosed attitude with Ray Malaluga, the rookie linebacker from USC. He's a hard hitter. And Keith Rivers is kind of a rookie this year, missing a lot of last year. Second, you have Jonathan Joseph and Leon Hall, 2 prior first-round picks that are playing up to their potential finally. And Mike Zimmer, the defensive coordinator, has a lot of confidence in these guys and leads them on islands and in one-on-one coverage, which allows for lots of the safeties and linebackers to roam free and make other tackles elsewhere. And finally, it's defensive pressure, especially from Antoine Odom, who's tied for the lead in the NFL in sacks. This Cincinnati Bengals team is completely different than any team we've seen in recent history.
Yeah, and you mentioned Mike Zimmer. That adds to the great story. His wife dies on Thursday, just an awful, awful deal. But then they go out and beat the Ravens the next day. I mean, just a great story out of Cincinnati. You know, I appreciate that. For me, the biggest story would be the NFC North finally has some quarterbacks. Bears fans don't know what to do with themselves. They haven't had a quarterback ever. I mean, Jim McMahon, maybe, but they finally have a guy that can get it around the field. Down in Minnesota, you felt like they've been a quarterback away from a championship team for a while, and they finally have their old man Brett Favre who can still do it. And even the teams that aren't doing that well, the Packers with Aaron Rodgers, he's a great talent. If only they could protect him, that'd be great. And then Matthew Stafford looks like he's worthy of that #1 pick. I see a lot of upside in him. It's looking like some pretty good days.
And it's going to continue in the future, too, other than Favre, of course. Well, we'll see actually this offseason if he actually plays again next year. You're probably thinking about it already. But, yeah, Stafford, young guy, Rodgers, young guy, and Jay Cutler just got traded there. So it's going to be a great couple of next years for the NFC North.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Eric, Josh, thanks. Thanks for joining me today. Don't go anywhere because when we come back, Andrew Springs enters the Hot Corner with Robert Woner. You don't want to miss this.
Here at 101 Sports, we were having some problems with organization, so we decided to bring in Elon Club baseball pitcher Aaron Mosier to help us out.
It's not working. Hey, can we get him another mic?
Hey, Aaron, grab me that mic.
We're gonna need another mic.
Well, hello. There's nothing more rewarding than helping a kid.
Now, a few observations. Imaginary friends, now you see them, now you don't.
Not all hidden talents are socially acceptable. Be conscious of size differences.
Moments like these happen every day.
Lend your support. Go to bigbrothersbigsisters.org.
Until next time.